one player said on why he'd take a trade to Dallas or Vegas. He said, "I'd like to keep my salary, and also they have a good chance to win the cup and are good places to live too." Just, I guess, the having the sun out. It's time to talk about training camp. We got some updates out of the tank. The theme or motto, I guess, this year around the Sharks training camp is "Earn It." So that's kind of fun. Let's see, what else do we got? Macklin Celebrini missed the last couple of days because of an illness. He's feeling better, but he's not going to play in game 1 of the preseason. Prior to Celebrini being out, he was skating with Jeff Skinner and Will Smith on a line. So that could have been that's going to be kind of fun to see if that continues. Will Smith also said he's going to be playing mainly as a winger this season. So,
okay. I mean, it was fun to see this game yesterday. I caught some of the highlights of it. So
yeah.
I'm already liking
the little 10-minute recap.
Yeah. William Eklund says that he is 100% recovered from his offseason wrist surgery injury, and he has been a full participant from the start of training camp. Michael Misa has been playing center so far at camp. He's been centering a line with Eklund and Chernyshov. Sam Dickinson has been skating on a pair with veteran defensive Vincent Desharnais so far to begin camp. So that's kind of interesting, kind of cool. Mario Ferraro says that he hasn't had any contract talks with the Sharks yet, but his hope is to sign a long-term extension. Quote, "I'd love to sign long-term here. I want to win here." Okay. All right. Okay, cool. We'll see how that goes. He's kind of one of the guys that's been floated around possible trade bait. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. His contract ends at the end of this season. So we'll see. He's kind of an expiring contract dude right now. Quentin Musty has looked impressive so far at camp, according to Ryan Warsofsky. He's been skating on a line with Wenberg and Toffoli. That's fun.
Ooh, okay.
Shakir McMandolan appears to be fully recovered from his shoulder injury and has been skating on a pair with Dmitry Orlov.
Okay.
All right. Veteran newcomers John Klingberg and Nick Leddy have been skating on a defensive pair together so far to begin camp. All right, keep the vets together. Philip Bystedt said he's been trying to add more physicality to his game. He said he put on weight during the offseason and is now up about 10 pounds in muscle mass. So I like that. Get strong. Oh, yeah. Throw a little shoulder around here and there, a little hip check here and there. I love that. All right. Philip Kurashev and Adam Gaudette have both been taking reps at center during camp. Warsaw says both of them will get an opportunity to play center this year. Cam Lund has been out with a day-to-day upper body injury that he suffered at the rookie faceoff. Warsofsky said it's not expected to be a long-term issue. Okay, fine. And then the last note I have in this little batch is that both Patrick Giles and Lucas Carlson had off-season surgery for lower body injuries. Giles is week to week, while Carlson is only day to day. So it sounds like they're kind of close. One more fun fact, though. It looks like if Misa makes the team, he's going to be staying with the Toffolis this year. That's right. We got we got an addition to the sleepover party. All right. Yeah. So that's
he's making the club.
He's making the club. We got the sleepover gang, new addition. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
as soon as I hear Will Smith is going to play at the wing, that tells me Misa's making the club at
exactly.
Center.
Yeah. That's
we're having all of you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, buddy.
Before you jump into this, Vincent, just real quick, the Sharks had training camp cuts today, so 7 players were cut. Nothing of huge significance. So forwards, Max Hesse, Teddy Muchin were cut today. Defensively, Jack Barr, John Gormley, and Artem Guvev were cut today. The only one I think it was of note is that the goaltenders Christian Kirch and Joshua Ravensbergen. Unfortunately, he did not make the roster. I think there was a little bit of hope that he might at least make the Barracudas, but he has been cut. So, ending his tenure with the Sharks. Last thing too, I did want to say is that Mike Greer announced these cuts today. I did want to say, an RIP to Mike Greer's father, who passed away today. He was a pivotal person in the NFL rounds, especially with the Miami Dolphins. And we're happy to have his son on running our roster over here and giving all of us new life with the Sharks over here. So
that's right. Yeah. RIP for sure. The Sharks did beat Vegas in preseason 3-0 on Sunday. Their next game is Friday. So also against Vegas. So that's fun. They got goals from John Klingberg, Jeff Skinner, and then Tyler Toffoli added an empty netter in the third period. So that's good. We like that. We love that. So that's awesome. There was a player poll done by The Athletic for hockey. So top teams on the NHL's Trade Me Here list. The Panthers were the top. Obviously, you win the cup. You end up on a lot of teams' top Trade Me Here list. The Stars, the Lightning, the Golden Knights ended up on a lot of people's lists as well. The Rangers and the Avalanche also were on a list, and then a smattering of Canucks, Capitals, Jets, Maple Leafs, and Predators. They all received 1 vote each. With the salary cap skyrocketing, are you more open to a short-term deal? 21 said yes, 7 said no, and 8 of them said meh. How much do you expect Connor McDavid to sign for?
A lot. Just keep backing the truck up.
Yeah, 9 of them said 15 million, somewhere in the 15 million range. 13 said 16 million. 2 of them said 17. 4 of them said 18. The current max is 19 million. One person said that the current max. 3 of them said 20 million, and then 6 of them said whatever he wants. A couple of them said, somebody said just give him everything. 2 said a lot, and so they kind of just threw him in the whatever he wants tabulation there. So that's kind of fun. Let's see what else. Here's actually one, not including current stars. Who's the next face of the NHL? The top vote getter, Macklin Celebrini, with 24 out of 39 respondents.
Easily.
Easy number 1 vote getter.
Yeah.
The next top respondent, the player likely to be the number 1 overall draft pick next year, Gavin McKenna, with 4 votes. Connor Bedard got 3 votes. Matthew Schaefer got 2 votes. And then 6 different players got 1 vote each. James Haggins, Zane Parekh, Leo Carlson, Jack Hughes, and Mitch Koff, and Lane Hudson each got 1 vote. So, and then what do you think of going to 84 games? 32 players like it, 4 players hate it, and 3 players went, eh. Let's see. And then there was just some a bunch of different quotes about different things. The Macklin Celebrini one specifically, one player said, he's like a crossbreed of Crosby and Bergeron. I feel Bedard needs help to be good. Celebrini, I feel like he's carrying his line and team. I
think the problem with Bedard though is that they really aren't. I mean, I'm not gonna say that they
failed
trying,
him.
but they're not surrounding him with talent to help him out. You know what I mean?
And that goes to that though, that he needs help to be good. Celebrini, I feel like he's carrying his line and team. That's what that player is saying. Back to that point.
I see them saying that, but I just feel like if you were to put
it's a circular argument too. Yeah, like the Sharks are giving Macklin help, but Macklin is also helping those guys out as well. So it's sort of a feedback loop. Like he's making them good and they're making him good, and it's just kind of helping. They're like whereas in Chicago they're just stinking up the joint and
right.
that's what I'm saying.
if you take Macklin and you throw him on in Chicago, I think he still does well, but doesn't do anywhere near, I think, in my opinion, of what he did with the Sharks. So
I would agree. Yeah.
I just
Yeah, he probably ends up playing the same 70 games that he played this year. I don't think the numbers are quite as good, but he still probably does better than what Bedard did. I think Macklin Celebrini is better than Connor Bedard, but I think I would agree. Macklin's numbers would suffer a little bit, especially the assist numbers. To be sure. One player said on why he'd take a trade to Dallas or Vegas. He said, "I'd like to keep my salary and also they have a good chance to win the cup and are good places to live too. Just I guess the having the sun out, and then so overall it sounds like the guys like playing playing in those kind of places where it's nice and hot, I guess. So yeah, that overall it was kind of an interesting read with that article. So yeah,
no, that's fun.
That's kind of what I got. It's kind of a fun thing to dive into right as we start training camp and kind of diving in.
I just saw this question here that said a defensive player award. It's surprising that they don't have that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think NHL should have an award for best defensive defenseman?
Yes.
34 said yes, 4 said no, and 1 said eh. Yeah, I mean they kind of should, and that's kind of what I guess a lot of people say, oh, isn't that what the Norris is? And they're like, and it kind of isn't anymore. Norris is just kind of overall defenseman, but a lot of people kind of read that as offensive defenseman because it ends up going to the defenseman that scores a lot of points and is capable of shutting guys down here and there.
Right.
But maybe not necessarily the best defensive defenseman, because if it was the best defensive defenseman, Marc-Edouard Vlasic would have won one in the early, a couple of them in the early 2010s, but that's not what it is anymore. And that's
right.
or ever was really, So there we go. There's your hockey.
Yeah, just create a new one. The Bobby Orr, best defenseman.
Yeah, the Bobby.
That would be a good one. I would welcome that award immediately.
Yeah, we gotta work. We gotta dive in and figure that out. Get the commissioner on it. I'm sure he'll name it after somebody who scored a lot of points from the blue line. Just piss everybody off.